Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Monday, March 19th. I am trying something a little bit different this morning, so I actually went live from the fan page versus live from my personal page. Wasn't sure if that was going to work. Wasn't sure if people would still get in here. Wasn't sure if people would still get the notifications, but it looks like it's working just fine because I see everybody coming up in here on this Monday morning, and I love it. How are you guys doing, man? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? I don't know about you guys, but I had an incredible weekend. It was awesome. Dealership sold all kinds of cars, and we sold 128 cars this weekend. I got to spend time with my son. I got to spend a lot of time with my kids. We got to spend some time outside. I got to grill out. I mean, it was just an awesome weekend, man. So how about you guys? Did you have a good weekend? How about you, Carrie Osborne? Good morning, Carrie. Did you have a good weekend? What about Patrick? Did you have a good weekend? Guys, I am going to dive into the power of passion today. We have some giveaway stuff today. We have we're just going to kick this week off incredibly. But before we do, I do want to say good morning to my man, Mark Littleton. Good morning, Ryan Smith. Good morning, Josh Marks. Good morning, AJ Anderson. Good morning, Joe Miller. Good morning, Frank Rivera, Jeffrey Lee. Sean Hayes. My man, Sean Hayes. Good morning, sir. Hope you had a big weekend. I know you did a lot of traveling. I know you were out there trying to help people. You guys, if you're not following Sean Hayes, if you are in the sales industry, Sean Hayes is the guy you need to be following, okay? Let's start off your Monday morning just like that. Sean Hayes, you need to be following. He's awesome. He's an incredible guy, just an incredible human being. And him and I will actually be doing an interview tomorrow night. I will be interviewing Sean Hayes on his show, Sales Hustlers. Sales Hustlers is his group. I don't even know the name of the show. All I know is it's Sean Hayes. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's the name of the show. But I'm going to be interviewing Sean Hayes tomorrow night, Tuesday at 5:30. So make sure you check that out. That's going to be awesome. Hey, guys, check it out. Yeah. So it's Monday. It's Monday, right? It's Monday. And this week, check it out. All this week, here's what we're going to do this week. This week, we are going to talk about 5 different powers, okay? These are like superpowers that we have as human beings, these abilities, these things that we can tap into because everybody thinks we're just like normal humans, and it's just not true, okay? Okay, you are a superhero. In case somebody hasn't told you that yet today, it is 5:30 in the morning, so probably not. I'm going to be the first person to tell you that you are a superhero. You have these abilities inside you. You have the ability to do these amazing, incredible things. So this week, we are going to talk about the 5 powers, okay, that you have this week. We're going to do one each day, and today we're going to talk about the power of passion. Passion, okay? You guys ever been passionate about anything? I know I'm sure passionate. I'm passionate about getting up on here on a Monday morning with the rise and grind after missing you guys all weekend. I know I'm passionate about that. But we're going to talk about the power of passion today. So check it out. Before we talk about it, we have to define it, right? So there's the definition right there. The definition of passion is strong and barely controllable emotion. Strong but barely controllable emotion. Now, I want you to focus in on one word here. There's one word here, and that word is barely. Okay? It says strong and barely controllable emotion. It doesn't say that it's uncontrollable. It says that it's barely controllable. So the fact that it's even barely controllable, by definition, tells me and tells you that we can control this. This is something that we can tap into. This is something that we can create, right? Because if it's barely controllable, even if it's just barely controllable, that means we have the power to tap into this. Now, why is it important that we can tap into our passions? Like, okay, great, Glenn, awesome, man. It's Monday morning, I can tap into my passion. Cool. So, what's the point, right? Here, let me tell you why. Passion trumps talent Every single time. Okay? Every single time, passion will always, always, always trump talent. All right? Listen, I'm the GM at Dan Cummins Chevrolet in Buick, one of the largest dealerships in the country, okay? Let me tell you here. If you put two guys in front of me, put a resume guy who's got 20 years of experience and he's the tops in the business and he's always been the man. Put his resume in front of me and then put in front of me a guy with passion. A guy who absolutely has no experience whatsoever, but he is beyond passionate about the opportunity. I will take the guy with passion hands down every single time over talent. Every single time. See, passion trumps talent. That's why it's important that you learn and understand that you have this ability to tap into it, and you got to learn how to do that, which we're going to get into here in just a little bit. I'm going to talk to you guys about how you can tap into your passion. But first, you need to understand why it's so important that you're able to do that. See, passion trumps talent every single time, okay? Take that note. Now, we're going to note something else, okay? Another reason, passion. It's so important to be able to tap into this barely controllable passion. See, passion turns underdogs into champions. All right? Passion turns underdogs into champions. You guys see these boys? Did you guys see these boys on Friday? UMBC on Friday in the NCAA tournament took out the number 1 ranked team, Virginia. They took out Virginia and not just beat them, they beat them by like 20 points. Okay? They beat them by like 20 points. What do you think happened in that game? Well, I can tell you what happened in that game. What happened in that game is Virginia, who had the resume, right? Virginia, who had the resume, who had the experience, who had the talent, Virginia, who had all that, went up against a team that had passion. And what did we just talk about? Passion trumps talent every single time. Every single time. So passion can actually take an underdog. Underdogs like me. Underdogs like me. And underdogs like Sean Hayes. And underdogs just like you. Your passion can take you from being an underdog to a champion. It can take you from the bottom to the top. Right? And that's what we all want to do, right? I sound like my boy Hank Norman right now. My boy Hank Norman's like, right? Right? That's what you want to do, right? You want to go from the bottom to the top. Passion can take you from the bottom to the top. Passion trumps talent. Passion turns underdogs into champions. Passion makes the impossible possible. Still taking notes? No. You're grabbing your coffee, right? You're moving around, you're starting your morning, right? Maybe you're working out. My boy Scott Simons is probably over at the gym working out right now, right? Right? That's okay. So that's all right. Don't take notes. If you ain't taking notes, still pay attention. Listen to me. Passion makes the impossible possible. Period. Listen, it is impossible. All right, check it out. I'm not very good with like building websites. I'm not very good with technology. I'm not good with this stuff. I'm okay with social. I'm okay with talking. I'm okay with cameras. I'm okay with that stuff, right? But the rest of that stuff, I just thought it was kind of impossible. I didn't think I could do some of this other stuff, right? But I am so passionate. I have become so passionate about this group. I've become so passionate about hashtag Rise and Grind and what it's doing and the way it's changing people's lives and the connections that we're making. And I have gotten so passionate about it. I've gotten so passionate about it that I spent this weekend, I created a website, man. Go to GlennLundy.com. We've got videos up there. You got Rise and Grind gear up there. You can connect to the Facebook pages up there. I made all of the links. I spent the hours in there because I'm passionate about it. So it made the impossible possible, right? My passion with wanting to connect with you guys, with wanting to reach out and lift and encourage and reach as many people as humanly possible, that passion has created this thing that was impossible. Before, it was impossible for a bunch of people to get together at 5:30 in the morning and encourage and lift each other up. Wasn't possible. Now it's possible, man. This guy's passion for Facebook and people's passion for streaming and passions for connections, all of those passions, that's what's made the impossible possible. It's now possible, man. I am hanging out with Darian Sanders. I am hanging out with Eric Mitchell. I am hanging out with Kyle Whalen. I am hanging out with Melissa Lockhart. I am hanging out with Matt Blackwell. I am hanging out with John Hinkson. I am hanging out with Susan Lynn. I am hanging out with Scott Simons. I am hanging out with you guys at 5:30 in the morning all across the country because somebody was passionate about finding a way that people could connect and stream. And their passion made the impossible possible. And my passion to join you guys made the impossible possible. Do you understand? Now check it out. I'm noticing that a bunch of people are just hopping into the stream, and that's because I went live from my fan page instead of going live from my personal page. So some of y'all might not have got those notifications. So I'm going to back up real quick. We're talking about passion, and what we're talking about is here's a couple things you need to know about passion, and then we're going to get into how you can tap into it. But you need to know that passion trumps talent every time. You need to know that passion turns underdogs into champions. You need to know that passion makes the impossible possible, and you need to know that passion creates humans who #rise and grind. It's that passion, ladies and gentlemen. It's that passion, boys and girls. That's why you make these choices. That's why you're up on here live. That's why you're trying to make sure to get up in here. That's why people are like, I didn't get a notification, but I'm still up in here. I found you, Glenn. I found you this morning because I'm passionate. Now, that's the passion we're talking about. Now, how do we tap into that passion? Because we know it's powerful stuff. So how do we tap into it? We got to tap into it all day. We got to tap into it all week. We got to tap into it all month. How do we continue to tap into that passion? Bob Rich? No, we're not talking about passion today. Just kidding. Yes, we're talking about passion. And we're talking about it passionately because it's important. It's so important. Now, listen. How do you tap into those passions, okay? How do we tap into this thing that's barely controllable? Well, first of all, you have to have fuel in your tank, okay? You have to have some fuel to tap into your passions. You can't just be sitting around the house, going home at the end of the day, and watching the TV for 6 hours and expecting to fall into this passionate zone where you're tapping into your passions, okay? You have to put yourself in environments that are going to stimulate the passion in you, which means take chances, do things you're not used to doing, break outside your norm, get outside the box, okay? Sometimes you can just getting outside the box, trying something you might like it, you might not like it, doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that you're telling your body, you're telling your mind, like, hey, I am seeking things that make me feel passionate so I can tap into my passion. So you got to put yourself in environments that allow that to happen, okay? Break out of your normal everyday habits and your everyday routines. Get out of that stuff. Get out of that stuff. Instead, start rising and grinding, right? Start rising and grinding. Giving yourself that fuel, listening to different things in the morning. Follow my 5 things that you have to do every single morning to change your life. You can find that video. It's on GlennLundy.com right at the top. Follow those 5 things. Start to do them, man. You got to give yourself fuel. Now, in order to be able to tap into your passions, you have to have some quiet time in your life. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you, you have to find some time where you can sit and people aren't pulling you in a million different directions so that you can figure out what it is you think about all the time. Did you guys catch that? You have to have quiet time away from everything else so that you can figure out what it is you are thinking about all the time. That is your passion. That's what you need to tap into. What are you thinking about all day when everything else turns off? What is the last thing you're thinking about before you go to bed at night? What is the first thing you're thinking about in the morning when you wake up? Not your bills, not your spouse, not your cup of coffee. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that thing that God put and stamped and impressed on your soul. What is that thing? And it's not going to yell at you like Glenn will. It's not. It's going to whisper, hey, this is what you need to be doing. It's going to whisper, man. But if you don't quiet the noise, if you don't quiet everything around you sometimes, you'll never hear it, man. You'll never hear it. So if we want to tap into these passions, first we have to make sure that we have fuel. We're putting ourselves in these environments. We have to make sure that we have some quiet time. Now, we also have to make sure that we're strong and healthy. Strong and healthy, okay? You can't find your passion when you feel bad. It's just not going to work. when you're all sick and you're like, oh, I got a headache and I'm tired and I'm tired. You can't find your passion that way. We got to make sure that we're strong and healthy. Okay? And lastly, we got to make sure we're following. We got to make sure we're following our hearts. Okay? Remember the definition of the word passion. It's this barely controllable thing, right? Now, any type of emotion that's barely controllable, where does it come from? Where does it come from if it's barely controllable? You all know. You all know. You've been in love, right? You've been in love. Anytime we have these uncontrollable emotions, they come from the heart, man. So you've got to follow your heart. If God's putting something on you today, if God is challenging you to go do something today, if there's something that's just heavy and you're just like, man, this is what's on my heart and this is where I need to be headed and this is the direction I need to go, don't let anything stand in your way. Because once you tap into that passion, here's what's going to happen, okay? Here's what's going to happen in your life when you start learning how to tap into your passion. Passion is going to trump talent every time. That means your life is going to simply elevate because you're the more passionate human being in every situation. Passion is going to turn you, the underdog, into the champion. It does it every time. Every single time, man. Passion has turned me from an underdog to a champ. Passion has turned Sean from an underdog to a champ. Passion has turned Scott Simons from an underdog to a champ. Passion has turned my boy Darian from an underdog to a champ. Passion has turned my boy John Hinkson from an underdog to a champ. That's just how it works, man. It's going to turn you from an underdog to a champ. Passion's going to make the impossible possible. And passion's going to help you rise and grind. Check it out, guys. It is Monday morning. I am so jacked up to be here. I was thinking, check it out. I got some demos, right? We set up this Rise and Grind site and all kinds of fun stuff. And we had all these demos. So I had like all this gear. I've got all this extra gear that we used in the pictures, gears that we used in the photos, so on and so forth. And so I'm going to give away gear all this week. We're just going to give away these demos that we used. So I'm going to give them away. Just basically, I'm going to go through people that are sharing these videos. If you're sharing the videos, then you're in, man. That's it. If you're sharing the videos, you're in. If you invite some people into the Rise and Grind group, then you're in. I'm just going to look through all week, and I'm just going to pick somebody each day. I got like 5 or 6 items here, and we're just going to give that stuff away, man. We're just going to give that stuff away because I need you guys. I need you guys to help me, man. I need you to help me. I need you to help me by inviting people to the group. That's really, really, really important. I need you to help me by sharing the videos. It's incredibly important, man. Everybody needs a message like this on Monday morning, right? Everybody needs a message like this on Monday morning. Tell me one person that doesn't need a message like this on Monday morning, man. Versus everything else that they could be starting their day off with today. That's where my passion comes from. That's why I'm here with you. That's why you won't catch me missing an episode. I'll be here Monday through Friday, 5:30 a.m. I'll be here for you. Because I'm passionate about this. I believe in this. So I need your help. I need you to invite. I need you to share. And I need you to know something when you're doing that. I need you to know that you're an amazing human being, man. You are truly an amazing human being. Made by God. You are uniquely made to be the best version of you that you can be. You are currently making a difference on this planet. Your positivity, all your posts, all your comments, whether you share the feeds or not, all of that stuff is making an impact on this planet. Your positivity is contagious to your friends, your family members, your kids, everybody. It's making a difference. You are choosing to be a part of this elite group, right? You're part of this elite group of human beings that every single day you're choosing. This is a choice, guys. You're choosing to rise and grind. And I, for one, am so thankful. And I, for one, absolutely love you. I do. I love you. So I need you guys to have a fantastic, phenomenal, incredible, over the top, amazing, filled with passion day this Monday, March 19th. I need you to go out there and kill it. Now, tomorrow we'll come back. Tomorrow we're going to talk about some more powers that be, because you've got 5 powers, right? I told you had 5 powers. I think tomorrow we're going to talk about the power of energy. Okay, tomorrow we're going to talk about power of energy. So make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're inviting. I'm going to be giving away gear. I got hoodies. I got the good stuff. Hoodies, tank top, T-shirt. I got it all right here. So check it out. If you need more videos, just go to glennlundy.com. You can click on some videos there. You can go to glennlundy.com if you need some more videos. Check that stuff out. And if you guys need me for anything, send me a message, shoot me a comment, whatever. I try to get back with everybody as much as humanly possible. Have a great day today. I got to go. Got to get to the gym. See ya!